01. Which of the following approaches is not included in the modern classification of learning approaches? 1. Drive reduction approach. 2. Regional approach. 3. Social learning approach. 4. Information processing approach. Correct answer 2. Regional approach. 02. The theory that states learning is achieved by setting an ideal standard, observing it, imitating the ideal behavior, and expecting reinforcement is the social observation theory of which of the following psychologists? 1. Bandura. 2. Hull. 3. Brunner. 4. Osubel. Correct answer 1. Bandura. 03. Which of the following abilities are important for creating a positive attitude towards studies for effective education? A. Developing clinical aptitude. B. Developing the ability for independent thinking. C. Developing intrinsic intelligence. D. Developing the ability to solve problems. 1. A, B, and C. 2. A, B, and D. 3. B, C, and D. 4. A, B, C, and D. Correct answer 3. B, C, and D. 04. Which of the following models of learning places importance on the advancement and development of the learner's cognitive, rational, intellectual, and creative aspects? 1. Knowledge processing model. 2. Individual development model. 3. Social interaction model. 4. Environmental change model. Correct answer 2. Individual development model. 05. Which characteristic among the given characteristics of the learning process is not appropriate? 1. Learning is a purposeful activity. 2. Every animal organism is a learner. 3. All movements behaviors are learning. 4. Learning is a process that occurs gradually. Correct answer 3. All movements behaviors are learning. 06. Learning is the changes in behavior that occur through experience. This definition is attributed to which of the following psychologists? 1. Fredson. 2. Murphy. 3. Woodworth. 4. Guilford. Correct answer 3. Woodworth. 07. Which of the following things should be done to prevent mistakes during learning from becoming a permanent part of the learning process? A. Encourage correct pronunciation by the students. B. Avoid being overly strict harsh in assessment. C. Do not allow the student to repeat mistakes while reciting a poem. D. Focus only on the speed of reading and ignore mistakes. 1. A and B. 2. B and C. 3. A and C. 4. B and D. Correct answer 3. A and C. 08. Imitation means bringing about natural learning by human being through artificial means similar to natural selection, and artificial selection brings about unnatural learning. Which of the following is not an example of imitation? 1. Changes in behavior due to maturation. 2. Avoiding the effects of previous learning and directly acquiring through imitation. 3. The change in behavior due to imitation and learning being temporary. 4. Self-learning through continuous application of knowledge. Correct answer 1. Changes in behavior due to maturation. 09. Every child is unique, having a distinctive structure and creation. Due to this, differences are observed in their social, mental, emotional, and physical structure. Which of the following principles of experience is this? 1. Principle of universality. 2. Principle of individuality. 3. Principle of scope. 4. Principle of recurrence. Correct answer 2. Principle of individuality. 10. The ultimate outcome of the joint function of the human brain, experience, and situation can be seen as the influence of which of the following components only? 1. Drive and attitude. 2. Senses. 3. Intelligence. 4. Color of eyes and skin. Correct answer 3. Intelligence. 11. Sensation is the simple, basic mental process that occurs merely when a stimulus is received. Which of the following statements is true regarding sensation? 1. Sensation is the first stage of perception. 2. The individual is passive regarding sensation. 3. The individual is active regarding sensation. 4. Sensation is one side of the mental transaction. Correct answer. 2. The individual is passive regarding sensation. 12. We feel that a torn piece of paper has not been lost, or we feel that a tiny object is an ant in the dark night. Which of the following senses' mental states are affected by these errors? 1. Situation. 2. Geometric senses. 3. Different mental states. 4. Specific physical states. Correct answer. 3. Different mental states. 13. Revival is recalling a previous experience without the help of sense organs. Which of the following statements is true regarding revival? 1. Images are stable. 2. Images are as intense as direct perception. 3. Revival does not happen without previous experience. 4. Images are not as intense as direct perception. Correct answer. 4. Images are not as intense as direct perception. 14. Which of the following should teachers do to develop the power of imagination in students using the time available between classes? A. Tell stories that develop imagination. B. Encourage students to create mental images from games. C. Encourage them to perform skits. D. Ask riddle questions. 1. A, B, and C only. 2. C, D, and E only. 3. A, B, and D only. 4. A, B, C, D, and E. Correct answer. 3. A, B, and D only. 15. The mental state that arises from the dissatisfaction of a strong internal need is called 1. Memory. 2. Intelligence. 3. Thought. 4. Motivation. Correct answer. 4. Motivation. 16. The mind links two or more events that occur one after the other. For example, a cat is burned after touching a hot object and then avoids touching it again. This is an example of which of the following learning processes? 1. Reflex action. 2. Temporary avoidance. 3. Law of contiguity, proximity. 4. Law of observation. Correct answer. 3. Law of contiguity. 17. Which of the following is an appropriate characteristic of retention, dharana? 1. Retention is the result of memorizing a lesson by heart. 2. We remember the thing if we retain it. 3. We remember things better if they are in practical use. 4. We only remember things that are not in use. Correct answer. 3. We remember things better if they are in practical use. 18. Which of the following is an appropriate characteristic of forgetting? 1. Forgetting is a mental process. 2. We should forget all unpleasant things. 3. The less we use memory, the less we forget. 4. The more we use memory, the more we forget. Correct answer. 1. Forgetting is a mental process. 19. Which statement about intrinsic motivation is inappropriate? 1. Trust and curiosity are intrinsic motivations. 2. There is a close relationship between intrinsic motivation and expression. 3. Encouragement is an intrinsic motivation. 4. Our basic needs are the foundation of intrinsic motivation. Correct answer. 3. Encouragement is an intrinsic motivation. 20. Which of the following statements about the common and specific factors in Spearman's two-factor theory of intelligence is appropriate? 1. The specific factor is greater in every individual. 2. Both factors are present in every individual. 3. The general factor is an aid in intellectual development. 4. The general factor is useful for all activities. Correct answer. 4. The general factor is useful for all activities. 21. Intelligence is the ability to construct and monitor one's own and others' feelings and emotions, and to use these feelings and emotions to guide thinking and action. Whose definition of intelligence is this? 1. Alfred Binet. 2. David Wetzler. 3. Peter Salovey. 4. Howard Gardner. Correct answer 3. Peter Salovey. 22. Match the types of mental conflict with their examples and select the correct option. I. Example. 2. Type of conflict. I have money for cinema tickets, but I should give it to my friend, or I should go to the cinema. A. Approach avoidance conflict. 2. There is no harm in preparing for the exam, but I don't feel like studying. B. Approach conflict. 3. I like eating certain food items, but I don't eat them because they don't agree with my stomach. C. Avoidance conflict. 1. I A. 2 B. 3 C. 2 I B. 2 A. 3 C. 3 I C. 2 B. 3 A. 4 I B. 2 C. 3 A. Correct answer 2 I B. 2 A. 3 C. 23. A student says about their low exam score, I was not feeling well, so I got low marks. Which defense mechanism is this? 1. Identification. 2. Negativism. 3. Projection. 4. Rationalization. Correct answer 4. Rationalization. 24. When two learning units are performed simultaneously and the learner understands that both are similar, then there is a mutual influence between the two units. This influence is called of learning. 1. Transfer. 2. Fatigue. 3. Distraction. 4. Conditioning. Correct answer 1. Transfer. 25. When a child is brought into a new environment in infancy and all sensations are understood, or the child's reaction is controlled by combining and including the immediate and past experiences, that process is called 1. Acculturation. 2. Self-assimilation. 3. Association. 4. Integration. Correct answer 4. Integration. 26. Which of the following is an appropriate thing regarding the overall mental development of children in the classroom? 1. They learn lessons after careful observation. 2. Attention should be paid to the interests of the girls in the class. 3. Emphasis should be placed on moral and ethical values. 4. They should not be considered immature. Correct answer 3. Emphasis should be placed on moral and ethical values. 27. Which of the following statements is appropriate regarding the classification of intelligence done by McDougall? 1. He classified intelligence into 3 types. 2. Intelligence is a kind of insight. 3. It falls under the category of common abilities. 4. Moral and ethical education is necessary for intellectual development. Correct answer 1. He classified intelligence into 3 types. 28. Personality is the dynamic organization within the individual of those psychophysical systems that determine his characteristic behavior and thought. Which of the following psychologists gave this definition of personality? 1. Sigmund Freud. 2. G. B. Allport. 3. J. G. Kimball. 4. J. B. Watson. Correct answer 2. G. B. Allport. 29. If asked about an event experienced in the past, what kind of experience does a mature person usually express? 1. Appears fragmented, broken. 2. Appears scattered. 3. Appears comprehensive, unified. 4. Appears as personal preference choice. Correct answer 3. Appears comprehensive, unified. 30. Developing the concept of personal intelligence, the ability to adapt to oneself and others, is emotional intelligence. This concept was introduced by 1. Wundt. 2. Daniel Goleman. 3. Alfred Binet. 4. Terman. Correct answer 2. Daniel Goleman. 31. The constructivist process is explained by 5E. Which of the following is the correct order of it? 1. explore, engage, explain, elaborate, evaluate. 2. Engage, explore, explain, elaborate, evaluate. 3. Elaborate, explore, evaluate, engage, explain. 4. Explore, explain, engage, elaborate, evaluate. Correct answer 2. Engage, explore, explain, elaborate, evaluate. 32. Which of the following statements is incorrect regarding the new psychological theory that led to the programmed teaching methods? 1. To cause certain kinds of sequential reaction in a certain direction by means of proper stimuli. 2. Satisfaction stops repetition of reactions. 3. Psychologist Skinner introduced the reinforcement theory of learning. 4. Learning is an expected change in behavior. Correct answer 2. Satisfaction stops repetition of reactions. 33. Which of the following statements is among the guiding principles mentioned in the National Curriculum Framework 2005? 1. Education should be textbook-centered. 2. Examinations should be conducted in a neutral manner. 3. Knowledge should be connected to the world outside school. 4. Emphasis should be placed on rote learning in education. Correct answer 3. Knowledge should be connected to the world outside school. 34. Inductive thinking model is based on research of 1. Richard Suchman. 2. Hilda Taba. 3. Carl Rogers. 4. David Hunt. Correct answer 2. Hilda Taba. 35. An attempt was made by Dash to determine the level psychomotor area in taxonomy of objectives. 1. Dr. Bloom. 2. W. N. Dandekar. 3. Dr. Dave. 4. Skinner. Correct answer 3. Dr. Dave. 36. Which of the following is not a method of teaching based on the principle of active learning among various teaching principles? 1. Project method. 2. Dalton method. 3. Kindergarten method. 4. Brainstorming method. Correct answer 3. Kindergarten method. 37. Dash is father of graded learning theory. 1. Watson. 2. Levine. 3. Tolman. 4. Gagne. Correct answer 4. Gagne. 38. The meaning of the term personality has been defined by different psychologists from their own point of view. Personality is the totality of behavior of individuals in social situations. Which psychologist has stated this definition? 1. Norman L. Munn. 2. A. E. Taxler. 3. Allport G. W. 4. G. A. Kimball. Correct answer 1. Norman L. Munn. 39. The National Advisory Committee of the Department of Education for the Handicapped, United States, developed the definition of learning disabilities in 1969. According to this definition, which of the following defects is not found in children with learning disability? 1. These children have some defects in basic mental processes. 2. These defects are caused by physical disease. 3. These defects appear in mathematical skills. 4. Children with visual impairment, hearing impairment, mental imbalance are not included in this. Correct answer 2. These defects are caused by physical disease. 40. Dash is the pioneer of classical conditioning theory. 1. Spearman. 2. Pavlov. 3. Thorndike. 4. Skinner. Correct answer 2. Pavlov. 41. The basic activity of learning has an important place in education. According to this, which of the following statements is incorrect? 1. Teaching is real education. 2. Learning is real education. 3. Teaching is a relative process. 4. Learning process is partly self-motivated. Correct answer 1. Teaching is real education. 42. Learning is never forced. Along with readiness, help of interest, need and attitude is also necessary. This is the opinion of 1. Spearman. 2. Thorndike. 3. James Ross. 4. Jean Piaget. Correct answer 3. James Ross. 43. Motivation means to give direction to behavior. What is the correct sequence of factors in the motivation cycle? 1. Motivation, restlessness, attempt, balance, satisfaction. 2. Restlessness, motivation, attempt, balance, satisfaction. 3. Attempt, motivation, restlessness, satisfaction, balance. 4. Balance, motivation, restlessness, attempt, satisfaction. Correct answer to restlessness, motivation, attempt, balance, satisfaction. 44. To teach the students of the 5th standard that the sum of 3 angles of a triangle is 180 degrees, various triangles are drawn on the board and calculating the angle of each triangle and arriving at the conclusion. Which of the following maxim of teaching is used in this? 1. From concrete to abstract. 2. From difficult to simple. 3. From general to specific. 4. From specific to general. Correct answer 4. From specific to general. 45. Boss got very angry with Amol in the office and insulted him. Amol got very angry with the boss. When he came home, he got angry with his wife and children. This is an example of dash defense mechanism. 1. Displacement. 2. Identification. 3. Compensation. 4. Regression. Correct answer 1. Displacement. 46. Which of the following statements regarding child growth is incorrect? 1. Growth is related to physical aspects. 2. Growth is a qualitative matter. 3. Growth stops after a certain age. 4. Expectations of equilibrium in growth are not assumed. Correct answer 2. Growth is a qualitative matter. 47. According to Howard Gardner, each individual has a set of 8 intellectual abilities, each of which is different in proportion with the help of which of the following intellectual abilities a person can face any situation with utmost confidence in everyday life and lives happily, contentedly, and successfully. 1. Intrapersonal intelligence. 2. Verbal intelligence. 3. Logical mathematical intelligence. 4. Interpersonal intelligence. Correct answer 1. Intrapersonal intelligence. 48. Labeling various parts by observing the diagram of the heart showing internal structure and functions, telling functions of various parts, finding mistakes in the diagram, and drawing inference by observing the diagram. These observations are related to which of the following question type? 1. Completion questions. 2. Interpretative questions. 3. Essay questions. 4. Objective questions. Correct answer 2. Interpretative questions. 49. According to Piaget, adolescence is the child's entry into adult society. Which of the following statements is not characteristic of adolescence? 1. Adolescence is a period of transition. 2. Adolescence is a period of change. 3. Adolescence is a period of reality. 4. Adolescence is a problem age. Correct answer 3. Adolescence is a period of reality. 50. Psychologist McDougall tried to explain human behavior by instinct. According to him, it is not always possible to overcome the situation by struggling in such cases. Dash instinct comes is useful. 1. Humor. 2. Prayers. 3. Appreciation of others. 4. Creation. Correct answer 2. Prayers. 51. Being able to perform any action efficiently and in a short time is a skill. Which of the following elements is not a basic element of skill? 1. Speed. 2. Energy. 3. Motivation. 4. Quality. Correct answer 3. Motivation. 52. Due to intellectual readiness of sensation, reasoning, inference, etc. in children, logical analysis of any phenomenon is possible. In which of the following stages of development this is found? 1. Infancy. 2. Adolescence. 3. Adulthood. 4. Later childhood. Correct answer 4. Later childhood. 53. Which of the following personality types did Galen describe as energetic and balanced in his theory? 1. Choleric. 2. Melancholic. 3. Phlegmatic. 4. Sanguine. Correct answer 4. Sanguine. 54. A wooden stick placed in a glass jar of water seems bent is an example of 1. Hallucination. 2. Delirium. 3. Inclination of the mind, illusion. 4. Visual impairment. Correct answer 3. Illusion. 55. What is teaching? 1. To impart knowledge. 2. To lecture. 3. To encourage learning. 4. Creating a conducive learning environment. Correct answer 4. Creating a conducive learning environment. 56. While teaching alphabets to students, show the picture that starts with that alphabet. After some time, these children can understand the meaning just by pronouncing the alphabets even if the picture is not shown. This method of teaching is called 1. Conditioning method. 2. Field study method. 3. Insightful learning method. 4. Cognitive learning method. Correct answer 1. Conditioning method. 57. According to psychologist Piaget, which of the following behaviors in adolescence is not seen in the autonomous morality stage? 1. Begins abstract thinking. 2. Thinks subjectively. 3. Creates one's own role. 4. Connects the past with the present. Correct answer 2. Thinks subjectively. 58. Identify the correct order of pairs of psychologists and intelligence factors given below. A. Group psychologist. B. Group intelligence factors. A. Spearman. I. 120 factors. B. Thorndike. 2. Dual factors. C. Thurston. 3. Three types of intelligence. D. Guilford. 4. Multiple factors. 1. A. 2. B. 3. C. 4. D. I. 2. A. 2. B. I. C. 3. D. 4. 3. A. 4. B. 2. C. I. D. 3. 4. A. 3. B. 4. C. 2. D. I. Correct answer 1. 59. While describing the characteristics of emotion, psychologist Silverman suggested that emotions have wide range. According to this characteristic, which of the following statements is incorrect? 1. Emotional arousal leads to full physical activity. 2. Emotion creates tension throughout the body. 3. In every emotion, the influence of the impulse is more or less reflected in the processes of internal and external system. 4. The intensity of different emotions is the same in all individuals. Correct answer 4. The intensity of different emotions is the same in all individuals. 60. The definition psychology is the science of human behavior was given by 1. Watson. 2. Thorndike. 3. Wilhelm Wundt. 4. McDougall. Correct answer 1. Watson. 61. The dash method is very useful for estimating how a large group will behave in certain situations. 1. Introspection. 2. Survey. 3. Experimental. 4. Case history. Correct answer 2. Survey. 62. Being scared of a lifeless, dry rope in the dark, mistaking it for a snake, is an example of 1. Integration. 2. Illusion. 3. Delirium. 4. Hallucination. Correct answer 2. Illusion. 63. The social observational learning theory was propounded by 1. Jerome Bruner. 2. David Ausubel. 3. Dr. Bloom. 4. Albert Bandura. Correct answer 4. Albert Bandura. 64. The pioneer of the operant conditioning Sadhak Abhisandhan method is 1. Albert Bandura. 2. B.F. Skinner. 3. Dr. Bloom. 4. Thorndike. Correct answer 2. B.F. Skinner. 65. The concepts of poets, writers, artists, and filmmakers are of the 1. Imitative, 2. Creative, 3. Practical, 4. Repeated. Correct answer 2. Creative. 66. The field theory of learning was proposed by the psychologist 1. Kurt Lewin, 2. Skinner, 3. Albert Bandura, 4. Kohler. Correct answer 1. Kurt Lewin. 67. The theory of generalization of learning was propounded by 1. Judd, 2. Thorndike, 3. Hilsey, 4. Gagne. Correct answer 2. Thorndike. 68. The problems are solved by the insight derived from the interaction between the individual and their surrounding environment. This is the opinion of 1. Ausubel, 2. Lewin, 3. Pavlov, 4. Kohler. Correct answer 4. Kohler. 69. The shock given by the mind while trying to retain something is called 1. Forgetting, 2. Memory, 3. Attention, 4. Concept. Correct answer 3. Attention. 70. Motivation is the force that regulates the flow of energy during reaction was stated by 1. Judy, 2. Coombs, 3. Young, 4. Lindsay. Correct answer 3. Young. 71. The use of knowledge about maintaining balance on a bicycle while learning to ride a scooter or motorcycle is an example of transfer. 1. Positive, 2. Negative, 3. 0, 4. None of these. Correct answer 1. Positive. 72. The period of development between 6 to 12 years is called 1. Infancy, 2. Adolescence, 3. Later childhood, 4. Early adolescence. Correct answer 3. Later childhood. 73. Memory is a new experience was stated by 1. Stout, 2. Ries, 3. Ebbinghaus, 4. Munn. Correct answer 1. Stout. 74. An artist gets engrossed in drawing a picture and is unaware of the passage of time. This is an example of dash attention. 1. Unintentional, 2. Voluntary, 3. Involuntary, 4. None of the above. Correct answer 2. Voluntary. 75. The primary form of mental activity that reaches the brain through the external sensory organs is called 1. Perception, 2. Image, 3. Sensation, 4. Imagination. Correct answer 3. Sensation. 76. Intelligence is the power to think in different ways to gain an advantage in a changed situation was stated by 1. Stern, 2. McDougall, 3. Gates, 4. William James. Correct answer 2. McDougall. 77. Intelligence is the ability to conduct thinking processes involving analysis, synthesis, and direction was stated by 1. William Stern, 2. Terman, 3. Thorndike, 4. Alfred Binet. Correct answer 4. Alfred Binet. 78. The idea that educational development should be helped by emotional intelligence was presented by 1. Spearman, 2. Thurston, 3. Guilford, 4. Daniel Goleman. Correct answer 4. Daniel Goleman. 79. The power to sustain enthusiasm for an action, to keep the concentration focused, and to put in special effort before achieving the desired goal is called 1. Emotion, 2. Retention, 3. Motivation, 4. Intelligence. Correct answer 3. Motivation. 80. Which factor is necessary for teaching to become learning? 1. Effort, 2. Reward, 3. Education, 4. Literature. Correct answer 1. Effort. 81. The Bal Mandir institution was started in 1921 by 1. Anu Tehwag, 2. Savitribai Phule, 3. Ramabai Ranade. 4. Gijubhai Badheka. Correct answer. 4. Gijubhai Badheka. 82. The founders of the models of teaching are 1. Herbert Thelen and John Dewey. 2. Kenji Skenfell and George Skenfell. 3. Marsha Weil and Bruce Joyce. 4. George Brunner and William S.Y. Correct answer. 3. Marsha Weil and Bruce Joyce. 83. While teaching the chapter on the characteristics of living organisms, the teacher initially gathered information about the surrounding living organisms from the students. Which maxim of teaching did the teacher use here? 1. From concrete to abstract. 2. From known to unknown. 3. From whole to parts. 4. From specific to general. Correct answer. 2. From known to unknown. 84. What is successful teaching? 1. 100% result. 2. Passing all students with proficiency. 3. Outcome-oriented learning. 4. Student success. Correct answer. 3. Outcome-oriented learning. 85. What is the correct sequence of stages of development in the psychomotor domain? 1. Naturalization, imitation, integration, skill, response. 2. Imitation, skill, integration, response, naturalization. 3. Imitation, response, skill, integration, naturalization. 4. Response, skill, imitation, integration, naturalization. Correct answer. 3. Imitation, response, skill, integration, naturalization. 86. Some changes in behavior are given below. Identify the one that shows a cognitive change in behavior. 1. Sharda sings well. 2. Raju has immense love for animals. 3. Vinita solves questions based on theoretical material with accuracy. 4. Sunita has the hobby of learning music. Correct answer. 3. Vinita solves theoretical questions accurately. 87. State which of the following children do not need special education. 1. Intellectually backward. 2. Highly intelligent. 3. With learning disabilities. 4. With learning ability, normal learners. Correct answer. 4. With learning ability, normal learners. 88. In what form is activity present in learning? 1. Intellectual and emotional. 2. Physical and mental. 3. Only intellectual. 4. Only social. Correct answer. 2. Physical and mental. 89. Pedagogy means 1. Methods and models. 2. Principles and rules. 3. Maxims of teaching. 4. All of the above. Correct answer. 4. All of the above.